Good evening once more. Christine Babandan to you viewers. Good evening. Thanks for joining us in the second segment of this newscast. The most common business around some hospitals in the Republic of Cameroon, if you must have noticed the sale of caskets or coffins. According to some city dwellers in Douala, this traumatizes or facilitates the death of patients who visit these hospitals for treatments. Elsie Lucy Eliango tells us more.
The sales of coffins and wreaths at the entrance of hospitals in the city of Douala is gaining grounds and causing panic. At the Nilong District Hospital, the presence of these funeral service merchants is the first image that welcomes all who come into contact with the health institution. The image, according to some, saddens their hearts. We are not happy seeing coffins in front of hospitals. Getting to a hospital, the first things you see are coffins. It seems like an agreement that people should be injected, killed, so that coffins can be bought.
I
think it's not good because it plays on the psychology of a patient. To me, they are supposed to be hidden. Others think the activity is inappropriate. While growing up, coffins were not being sold in hospital premises, but rather when you lost someone, then you go give a command for it to be made. While others have a positive view to this, I don't think it's an issue or a bad idea, because if a patient dies, the family won't go far looking for a coffin to buy when it's sold by the hospital.
C'est pour ça que les gens ont préféré vendre des cercueils autour de l'hôpital comme ça.
At the Lakentini Hospital, the feeling is same, with the presence of coffin shops at the principal entrance. Despite the presence of this activity, it should be recalled that 6 years ago, the former director of Lakentini, Professor Njok, prohibited the sales of coffins and wreaths at the hospital entrance, as he noted that it is not good for the psychology of a patient who hopes to find healing in a hospital.
The senior divisional officer for the Meme Division, Tundong Chamberlain, that's in the southwest region of Cameroon, has told the population of its area of command to pay deaf ears to separatists who are misleading them. He says they should collaborate with defense and security officials to pilot the development of the division. He was speaking during an inspection to the Kumba Ekondititi stretch of roads that was constructed by the military engineering unit. Details with Malak Glory.
This is a site of relief for the population of Ekondititi and Kumba in the southwest region. They can now travel to either towns at lower cost of 1,000 francs instead of 7,000 francs as before. This is because the road linking Ekondititi and Kumba has been rehabilitated.
Transport, high transport, even Okada will be paid from here to Kumba, 7,000, 10,000 each person.
We used to pay between 7,000 and 10,000 francs from Kumba to Ekondititi, and sending our children to school was not easy as it was more expensive.
I thank God how the road opened the road. Now I have to pay from here to Kumba 1,000 or 1,500.
The road was inaugurated by the senior divisional officer for Meme Division, Tundong Chamberlain. During the ceremony, he called on the local population to embrace peace and assured them of a better security.
Tell them that they should not be afraid. Nobody should tell them lie that they will go and see the SDO will kill you. We're going to kill you there. The SDO is your father who has received full instructions from the head of state to remove all our children from the villages and to allow them to start new life.
While the population appreciate the efforts of the authorities, road users complain the coming of the rains might wash the soil away and call on government authorities to tar the Ikondo-Titi-Kumba road.
The death of Barrister Diboma Victor has triggered a war of words between officials of the Lakentini Hospital and the Cameroon Bar Council. According to the director of the Lakentini Hospital, after the attack on Barrister Diboma Victor, he was properly taken care of at the Lakentini Hospital by the medical staff on duty. But the Cameroon Bar Association's president says that he dies of medical negligence. Babila Jonathan reports.
The Bar Association blames the death of its member on the Douala Lakentini Hospital. According to the Bar Council, poor treatment contributed to the death of Barrister Diboma Victor after he was stabbed by unidentified attackers.
More than 30 minutes that he was in the hospital, they did not attend to him. They said they should first of all go and pay some bills. The physical cash that they had was not enough, so they had to pay through orange money. Network was not good, and the time for them to do that, there is a nurse who comes to say, okay, no, pay but these 3 drugs. They take the drugs. And what is curious is that the young doctor who was on duty did not even take the pains to examine him to see what had happened to him.
But the director of the Lakentini Hospital, Professor Noel Esomba, dismisses that information as false allegations intended to tarnish the image of the Health Amenity and Public Health Minister Dr. Manauta Malachi's Health Humanization Initiative. When you come to the Lakentini Hospital today, you are not compelled to pay anything before treatment. We are sorry that he died, but he did not die because no one attended to him. We took care of him promptly, without conditions. Bar Council President Barrister Mba Eric has said the institution under his leadership has facts to disprove the Lakentini Hospital Director, Professor Noel Esomba.
What happened was a clear case of negligence, and we are going to prove it when the time comes. The Bakine's representative immediately seized the competent authorities. He wrote a complaint to the police under the auspices of the legal department. Investigations are going on.
On the sidelines of a ceremony to pay tributes to late Barrister Joseph Samnik at the Littoral Court of Appeal in Douala Saturday, Barrister Mba Eric told Équinoxe Television that the bar will unveil other details on the death of Barrister Diboma Victor after police investigations.
The Bar Council President Barrister Mba Eric expressed grave concerns on the rising insecurity in the city of Douala. He said the killing of Barrister Diboma Victor speaks volume of high rates of insecurity in the economic capital, Douala. Barrister Mba is also worried about the fact that the insecurity is penetrating and damaging the country's health system. In the following essay, he stands by talking about the death of another lawyer, Barrister Joseph Samnik, and then the killing of Barrister Diboma Victor. Take a listen.
We have at every one moment always a sentiment of regret that an icon like that with a lot of experience should have at least stayed even longer for us to have more to teach the younger ones. But that is a part of everybody, and our colleague was stabbed. What even gets it more disturbing to us is the fact that after the insecurity, we get to the hospital, it is worse. And that is why the bar, through my leadership, decided to come to Douala. Because the way our colleague was handled in Lakentini Hospital shows the laxity of our health services. It is sad, and the bar condemns it with all the energy. Because when it happens to a lawyer, we can imagine what happens to the poor orphans, to the poor widows, and to the people in the society. I think enough is enough. We are not going to get into the streets, but we are going to ensure that justice takes its course.
On to the sad news, Cameroonians and their world football family see mourn Mbami Modeste. former Cameroon and Paris Saint-Germain midfielder who died on Saturday at the age of 40 from a heart attack in Paris, France. Bami Modeste, while playing for his fatherland, Cameroon, scored 3 goals in 37 appearances and was part of the squad that won gold at the Sydney Olympics in 2000. He won the Coupe de France with the Parisian club in 2004 and 2006. Bami Modeste also played in Spain, China and Saudi Arabia before retiring in 2016 following a short spell at Le Havre, choosing to stay in the Normandy city after his retirement. Meantime, FIFA President Gianni Infantino has expressed regret over the death of the former Cameroon international football star on Instagram hours after Bami Modeste's death. The FIFA president shared a photo of the versatile midfielder with the caption, "Sad news, rest in peace, Modeste Bami." Bami Modeste was also a part of the Cameroon squad that played in the 2003 FIFA Confederation Cup final in France, a tournament that was overshadowed by the death of Cameroonian midfielder Marc-Vivien Foé, victim of heart problems during the semi-final against Colombia in Lyon. Out of the country, at least 38 people have died in scores. That's over 78 others injured when 2 buses collided near the town of Kaffrine in central Senegal on Sunday, January 8, 2023. In response to the grave accident, President Macky Sall announced 3 days of national mourning beginning tomorrow, Monday. On his Twitter account, President Macky Sall wrote, he is deeply saddened by the tragic road accident. He extended his heartfelt condolences to the families of the victims and wished a quick recovery to the injured. According to Senegalese public prosecutor, the accident occurred following a tire puncture of one of the buses that was transporting passengers. Meantime, the wreckage and demolished vehicles or buses have been cleared and circulation re-established. It is on that note that we draw a curtain on this 8 p.m. bilingual newscast on Équinoxe television. Thanks so much for watching. Do have a splendid evening and stay posted to programs on Équinoxe television. Bonsoir à vous.
Also have a beautiful evening, Innocent Nazaire. Et c'est la fin de ce journal. Merci de votre fidélité.